I'm just trying to think which question to ask first. I'm going to ask this one. This is sent in by someone. Okay, about the reopening of the mining cadastre in Ecuador. How are things on the ground at the moment?
The mining cadastre is expected to open, as I've said, by the end of this year. We can't guarantee that's going to happen. The Minister of Mines, or the Vice Minister of Mines, Fernando Benalcazar, held the position for a couple of years, and then there was a change in the energy minister, and he stepped away for about 6 months last year. But he came back in again, and there was another change in personnel, and he has committed to. Fernando Benalcazar has committed to making sure that those 77 licenses that are in trámite, they're being processed by the government, they get issued before the end of his current term, which is going to be at the end of January. So he's also signaled that those licenses will get processed before the end of this year. We had also heard that they were going to be ready by September, October. A couple of our guys in our team used to head up the mines department on a kind of a technical level, like civil service level. They were directors of the mining department, and their proteges are now the current heads of mining cadastre. So we speak to them on a regular basis. We know that the government is sorting through those 77 permits, asking everybody, are you committed? Do you still want to apply for those licenses that you wanted to apply for? And they've almost finished that process. So we hope that we get those licenses through in the next couple of months. It'd be great. I think the country needs it. But if it's during January, then it's during January.
Okay, and what about these? Well, these water permits at Macara and Rumiñahui. So you expect them to come through? You haven't heard of any issues around those?
Okay, water permits in Ecuador is kind of an emotive and a complicated matter. In fact, water is one of the emotive things, and the chief opponent to mining in the country, who has said that if he gets into power, he's running for president and he's got a very slim chance of winning. He has said if he gets into power, he'll ban all mining, and he changed his name from Carlos to Yaku, which means, in the local Quechua language, it means water. So he's saying water, not mining. He doesn't have a very large support base, but it is an emotive thing in Ecuador. And in fact, last year, the head of the water board was a political appointment who was very linked into this kind of anti-mining group. So we had this ironic situation in the middle of last year where Fruta del Norte, one of the great developments in the country, which was going to generate so much benefit for the country, was actually being blocked by the lack of its water permit. So what happened was the government took this into hand. They replaced the political appointment for the water board with a mining engineer, and suddenly lots of water permits were processed. Then the next step of streamlining the water permit issuance was to merge the water board with the environmental agency. That has taken place. Coronavirus hit. You've got elections coming. So actually now, in those two departments, people aren't sure what's happening. So after a huge amount of progress last year, there's actually a little bit of a delay this year. And you have to get in your environmental clearance, you have to show that you're not going to pollute the water course, and you also need to get a permit to extract water. And what we have got through our across our areas is we've got the sign off and the certificate of non-affectation. So we've got the environmental clearance to do the drilling programs under the Scout Drilling Permit Law in Santiago, Pijili, Los Osos. We haven't applied yet for Macara, and we haven't applied yet for Rumiñahui. What we don't have in some places is the ability to extract water from exactly where we're using it. So in some places we have to truck water in, and this is the workaround that several other exploration companies are doing in Ecuador at the moment.
Yeah, we've heard the trucking solution, all around the world. But why haven't you applied at Macara or Rumiñahui yet?
Because at Macara we're doing the geophysics first. We want to find out where we want to drill and how many holes to do. And at Ruminya, we haven't got drill targets yet, so we're still on the pre-drill phase there.